Welcome to week 7 of the Pentateuch. We have just this week and next week left to go, but not even 2 full weeks because next week on everything will be due on Thursday. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. Thursday by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, everything is due. So make sure you plan that. Also next week, because it's a shortened week, your first post to the discussion board is actually going to be due by Tuesday. So please take note of that and plan ahead so that you have plenty of time to get that in. That way it gives me time to read them and interact if necessary on that. So this week we are moving past Leviticus into Numbers, which I think besides Leviticus is one of the most ignored books of the Bible, but it is, as all of them are, very, very important. And as a part of the Pentateuch, and as I've said before, the Pentateuch is the foundation on which the entire rest of the Bible is built. So if we don't understand the Pentateuch, we don't understand a lot of the Bible. And if we don't understand Numbers, we're not going to understand the Pentateuch. So it's a very important book. We're going to be looking at 2 episodes particularly in the discussions. One's chapter 14 as the so-called turning point in Numbers. As you're dealing with that question, I encourage you to think really hard about what the question is implying, or what the question is trying to draw out of you, which is an understanding not only of the basic structure of Numbers, but the thematic elements involved with the book of Numbers as well. That is, if chapter 14 is a turning point, then it's a very important rhetorical part of the book, and that it helps us understand the message that the book and the lesson it's trying to give to us. So paying attention to that, what's happening before, what happens after, why is chapter 14 so important? And then, of course, we get into the question towards the end of the book, and that's the second discussion question this week, of Balaam, and what the Balaam episode teaches us and why is that so important. I would encourage you to view that within the lens of the Abrahamic promise of Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 3. If you understand that, you'll understand a lot of the Pentateuch, but with the Balaam episode particularly, that becomes a very important element to keep in mind because thematically those two are closely linked. I look forward to seeing your posts, and as always, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask.